Hey guys, this is going to be part 3 in my play handicap as even series. All the definitions of all the stuff has been given in 1 and 2, so I won't get into that. Let's take a look. Settle my group. Q players often miss black's next move, but it's not small in the slightest. So let's say black plays away. This white is double sente. Black should have played it. If white plays it, it threatens to kill those stones. And now this white group, completely settled, very alive. But the black group later on can still get hassled. So that's a really big move for white. So black should be playing here. This makes black's group significantly more solid and out. Black did play here, so good for him. Next, white can go with, these are the 3 moves that come to mind. A would be best. C's kind of slow. B's a bad move, but let's look at why. We ask, what's the 4th line for? 4th line is for growing, which I do not have the right to do here. If I had a white shamar, something white in the upper right, then I would have the right to grow over to it. But if I do it when black's there or nobody's there, I have an open skirt. I've got to close it, and then black's doing great things here. I got a tiny area, black got a big area. So this is the bad move. This is the one I played because I was trying to reach out, play a forward-thinking move, something that reaches out to the board. Well, I should do this. That reaches out to the board and affects that group somewhat. So this is a more meaningful move. But I made a mistake. I follow a pattern in all my handicap games. I don't know if I've told you about this already. Let me show you my pattern. I always start at A. Once I'm settled, I move to B. Once that's settled, I move into whichever 3-3's open. I follow that pattern all the time. Why? Well, it brings similar situations up regularly, but each one's different. So it teaches me how to maneuver in these various situations. So we'll see this in a moment. So my pattern, I go here. Well, this black's 4-4 here already has an extension, so it's different already. So I'm going to be seeing something different here. He kicks and pinches. We need to look at something here. So let's start with this position. Black's job is to now settle his group. Notice these 2 black stones are behind enemy lines. I can take my straight edge and just surround them. So my next move here, I start surrounding. So and his 3-3's open. So surrounding has significance, which is why we defend. So the next question is, what if, oh, get back, just a second. So what if black pinches? Well, for decades, I played this move. and I have outside thickness, and I have Sente. And okay, I never quite liked how black got a big corner, but I didn't know what else to do. Well, my favorite YouTube guy, Dr. Baduk, says, he says, although A, that's an A, get up, come on now. Although A is okay, B is a little better. So I've been playing B all the time in order to learn it. So, all this being said, in the game, when he pinches me, my first reaction is to play here. So I look at it in my head, one of those 1 or 2 move readouts, and it's like, no, I think this should be okay. And if not, I want to know why. Well, black should be getting out. He doesn't get out. He basically says, please surround me. Not a good idea. Now for white. I have a move I want to play. I didn't play it because I know it's a bad move. But let me show you the move I want to play. I want to play here. I now have one group. It's a strong group. What's the problem? Well, the problem is it doesn't gain height. Height is what reaches out for pinches and for moyos and for attacks and all this kind of thing. So I played the correct move, which is here. Now look at the difference. This pinch versus that pinch. The height is a big difference. So that's why I play here. That's why this is a better move. He stops me from pinching, although he should be on the 4th line here. And now white to play. If this was a real game, I mean, if I was in competition, which I don't do anymore, I would play this move. I get to close my skirt and grow the top. My bad A move has become a good move. I made a bad move. I took a bad move and made it better. Thank you, Beatles. So that's what I would play if this was a competitive game. But I follow my pattern, the next 3-3. I learn a lot this way. Okay, onward. Black plays this Joseki, which takes the corner. Well, I don't mind that one bit because now my skirt is closed again. Great. And I may well be able to grow that top area. So it's turned back around again. Where next for white? There's a lot can be said, but let's just stick with basically we've got the big area 1 and then either 3-3 or inter area 3. Area 1 is obviously the big area, but let's check out this A situation. A group is very strong, although there's Aji there. The Aji that affects the right is I get that in Sente. That threatens to kill the corner. So have black just take like this. I have a free move on the right. That means that the triangle area is hard for black to take because I get a free move there. Well, if that area is not so important, then I go back to my pattern, just 3-3. I've been, ever since AI told us we're allowed to play it, given the difference in Joseki, I play it all the time, really learning all about it. Okay, going forward. He takes the corner again. No problem. but I would like to take a look at this bottom right corner. I'm going to remove K3 just so we can see the corner by itself. This bothers me as white. It shouldn't, and I don't let that affect me, but it does bother me. Why does it bother me? Well, black's alive, white's flexible, which is different from alive. I have had this group die before, that white Panuki. But it's flexible, so black's alive, and black has how many points? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14-ish. So black has 14 and white has 2. Yeah, more than 2, but not a lot more than 2. Now, so that's why it bothers me. But you've seen in my one of the last 2 videos, I went into detail why this is equal. So I know it's equal, so everything's fine, but it bothers me. I don't know if it bothers you, it bothers me. Okay. We are here. So where next? We've got the right, but I'm not concerned about that area. There's Aji there. We have area 2, which I can grow, as I did, using the Aji. Remember, there's the Aji of A, but there's also the Aji of B. So this white move of mine here prepares for the turn. This threatens to kill the corner. I assume you know this, but if black doesn't respond, if he says, no, you can't have the corner, then black can't Hane here, because I just kill him, right? Hane, kill. So he's got to come out, my Sente. He's got to come out, my Sente. And I just killed, now the corner dies. Okay. So I play here, growing the top. Now when I Hane, I can start growing the top aggressively, because I get the Hane and Sente. Okay. Black plays here. Real bad move. 20% tops. Highly overconcentrated. Black's alive. Done deal. Black's alive. Now, I do have a free move nearby, but it's not worth black playing a whole move at this point. Anyway, so black plays here. Slow. Where to next? I could start increasing area 1. Sure, could do that. But we've got area 2. And there's a little something special going on there, which is, remember the A group has Aji. Just like on top, same Joseki. I could play here, saying, oh, my Hane is going to be Sente, but what am I doing on the right? There's nothing to do there. Oh, I could get this move in. Well, it's his move. You just take it away. There's nothing for me to do there. So that's one Aji. The other Aji is here. This threatens to kill the corner. And if you don't see it, I'm sure you do. White, if he goes this way, corner dies. And if he goes this way, now I'm out and corner dies. So I have a free move here. We talked about this for the upper right. So area 2, great place for my free move. I don't play it for a very important reason. Let's say black threatens to capture that on a large scale. I'm not trying to say that this move does capture white on a large scale. I'm trying to make it bigger because each board's different. And I'm saying if black makes it juicy and I go, aha, he says, go ahead and take the corner in Gote. And I now have a really big area. So the point is that black can sacrifice the corner under certain conditions. So I play here before the conditions arise, saying, what are you going to do? Well, at this point, black's commit, he has to play here. Great. Then I get now he can't make that change anymore. So I made him commit first. That's important. He comes down, fixes it. He should fix it this way. Very secure, but it hurts my stone more. And it's obvious that I want to do some work there, so he should make it hard for me. And this is a one-purpose move. This is a two-purpose move. Yeah, big difference. I get out, jump out. This is good that black's pushing me into his thickness. I get out. Notice I've got a shape that can't be cut here. That's what this move does. Black comes out. I can't let him Atari. I'm pretty close to death if he Ataris. Now I can let him Atari because I'm virtually alive already. So with that, I get out. He gets his Atari and fixes. Oh, doesn't fix yet. Atari, thicken up. And now what I should do is play here. Let's check it out. My A group, strong, out, I shape. What's the problem? No problem. What about black? Well, a little bit of I shape, but behind enemy lines, and so far no base. This is good for white. I didn't play it because when you're playing even up go, you're always trying to get as much work out of the stones as you can. Can I do more? How hard can I press? Can I press a little bit more? So I went with the Hane thinking, well, black's not settled yet. Maybe I can press him here. Well, the bad news is my group is pretty weak. I don't have the right to play this way, seems to me. There's some variations I haven't looked at, but it doesn't seem great. And it takes me a while to get out of this bad position back to where I have a good solid shape. And we'll see all this happen. If I get out and he captures, that is one solid black group. I can never hurt it again. There's nothing. He's alive everywhere. It's just game over. So I have to save. Okay, couple of ideas here what I can do. Nothing works great. I decide to press. It's a way of keeping everything active. Have to save. Come out. I have to save, or it's worse than ever. Notice, if he goes to surround me, I'm going to go for life. It's small life, it's gote, it's not good. So really bad situation for white. Black gets out. Okay. I get out. He can't ladder me. Sorry. And now black has a ladder on me. Let's look at the ladder. Atari. We have this ladder. Well, that's no good. So I toss in the ladder breaker. That's what the Atari is. It breaks the ladder. Now, Atari, I Atari back. Okay. He saves. That, so now I can capture and I'm officially out. Whew. I don't have to live small. Instead, I can affect the outside of the board. Okay, I still need to save my cutting stones. And this move is nice by itself, But now we see that the Blackstones are in terrible trouble. They don't have time. They can't do any ladders or anything. So Atari. And I only have 2 liberties here. I've read out the ladders, and they all, I'm okay, but I only have 2 liberties. I don't have time to take. The ladder works for him. Got to get out. Capture, capture. Now black should just escape. So I lived on the bottom, and then I get out, and it's big for me. This is really big. I mean, I can capture him here, right? That's a ladder in my favor. And now the top is huge. So it's really turned around. So he can't let that happen. So he tries to keep the battle going. Well, it doesn't work because he's so weak on this side. If he tries to fight, it's Atari, and he's dead. There's no saving here. He tries to save, but I just have more liberties. There is a ko here. Let's see the ko. I got to use up the liberties. Atari. And now I only have 2 liberties. He has 2 liberties. I've got to take ko. So now he can get anything he wants, because if I lose the ko, I lose the game. So whatever he does, I must take. Now the take's big. I want to take, but he gets anything. Let's look at a few things he can get. He can invade deeply as he threatens an eye. Possible. He can threaten to take the entire bottom as he makes my entire group weak. That's a big deal. So you see the power he has in this ko. He uses this Atari. Tiny Atari. Very little meaning. I capture. He makes good his threat. Let's just see the A situation clearly. He took a living group and made it stronger. Waste of time. He captured 1 stone, 2 stones worth 2, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish, while I could have made 3. So 10 points. 2 moves for 10 points. Really small. Okay. It could be very easy now to see him invading this top area, making it weak, and say, okay, it's mine. It's all my area. Sure, you can have this 1 stone. I don't care about the 1 stone. I have a big top area. That can be a knee-jerk reaction. Get in the habit. See the whole board all the time. Every time something happens, it's a new board. I was forward on before I realized, before I grasped that every move changes the board completely. So if I were to do that, well, now look at my group. No eyes, nowhere to go. I cannot escape. Game over, perhaps. Very hard to live here. Terrible result. So I need to defend my group. There's a couple ways to defend it that aren't great. Right? A couple things I can do. Yeah, I'll live. But if I can make his A group weak, then we're on equal footing. That's why I came out here. Now that black group is weak, like I'm weak. So I can fight back. Black plays here. I save my cuts. He tries to make good his threat, or yeah, not much. That's not a good move. I get my Atari in. He should play ko or something. And now we have a double sente. Double sente is really, really big. You can't get bigger than double sente. The character of the move can't get bigger than double cente. So if black comes down, not only does that look like life, but he's about to capture a stone, which takes it from looking like life to being life. And it removes my eye shape. If I play it, which I did, now I have nearly an eye, probably will be an eye. And if he doesn't respond, his group is all but dead. So very big double cente. He stops it. I go the other way, Atari. And Atari removing that eye. He must play Ko for life. He doesn't know his life and death. So instead, he saves. Now, a lot of you, this is really easy, but some of you don't know it. Let's just look at it. Why is this corner dead? Because the basic shape is the letter L, the L group. The other black stones don't change the eye structure. So that's the L group. Now, George, the guy that posts these things and sometimes joins us, says that I should play these out more. In my head, I go, well, they know that. I'm just wasting their time. No, he says, play it out. A lot of people don't know this stuff. So if black plays first, let's use this one. Then white comes in. This doesn't work because I connect out. So it has to be here. Then we use the proverb, there is death in the hane. If black plays this way, that's just one eye. If black captures, that's not an eye. So dead. Okay? If instead black plays here, I take the eye away. Here, someone might think it's a little bit tricky. Atari, I can't save because I die. So instead, I save my main cut, capture, throw in, not an eye. So just dead. And the other way, vital point, and again, can't let me out. So has to play this way. Death in the hane. If here, only one eye. If here, only one eye. Okay, so it's dead. The L group is dead. Come on back. L group. Now, let's look at the L plus 1. Now we have the L group plus one leg. If white plays first, we're back to the L group. It's dead, just dead. If white doesn't play first, we do the same thing. Now it's a real two eyes. Changes things. There's an extra space there. Okay, so that's L plus 1. Now we'll make it an L plus 2. L plus 2. Now, if white says there's death in the hane, black says, I have an L plus 1, and it's my move. I can live. So we see the L group, L plus 1, L plus 2. Hopefully that made sense. Okay, thanks for watching. Hopefully we got to see principles in action. Trying to recover from mistakes. Try to get back to a clean board. And we'll catch you all on another video. Okay, bye.